Are you struggling with knee pain? Want to get back into the gym and work out like you used to? Then you need to try these exercises today. Let's be honest, knee pain sucks. And in all my years, especially working here recently with a lot of professional basketball players, almost every guy and gal I work with has knee issues at some point in time. But with that being said, and understanding that the knee is complex and knee injuries are complex, I still believe there are a handful of things that you can do that are going to make your knees feel a little bit better. So today I want to share with you 5 of my favorite activities to help loosen your knees up and make sure they're feeling great. Now before we go any further, take 2 seconds out of your day, like this video, and subscribe to the channel so you know each and every week when a new video drops. Now let's dive in and bulletproof those knees. All right, the first activity we want to focus on today is foam rolling your vastus lateralis. It's this big muscle on the outside of your thigh. And a lot of times people with knee pain, this can be really stiff, sore, and irritated. Now here's the thing, when most people foam roll, they'll spend a lot of time on their rec fem, the front of their thigh, or on their IT band. But I'm telling you, if you spend some time on this VL, it's gonna make a big difference. The only downside, I promise, it's gonna suck because it's gonna hurt. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the foam roller, I will put my elbow down, and then I wanna work on the outside of that thigh, and I'll start just above my knee, and I'm gonna move nice and slow, right? You find something tight or tender, hold for a 1 or 2 count, come all the way up just below your hip, and then reset. So start just above the knee, nice and slow, and again, you're on kind of the midpoint in between the front and the outside of your thigh. Do that for 30 seconds to a minute, and then try it on the other side. Okay, the second activity we're gonna use to get those knees feeling great is a hip flexor stretch. Now, I'm not gonna tell you that stretching your hip flexors is the be-all, end-all, it's the only thing you need to do, but it can make a difference because a lot of times people that are dealing with knee pain have poor hip extension or poor hip internal rotation, and this may help you recapture a little bit of it. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna try and get set up in about a 90-90 position. So 90 degrees on the front leg, 90 degrees on the back leg. Instead of just trying to drive your hips forward, I want you to think about getting tall through this leg. So you can use a stick, roller, PVC pipe, whatever you have access to. You're gonna think about reaching long to stay back, and then you can either hold for time, 30 to 60 seconds, or you can hold for breaths. So a lot of times I'll just camp out here, hold for 6 to 8 breaths, inhale, exhale, the whole time, thinking about reaching long, staying back, and getting tall through that down knee. All right, our third activity in our knee bulletproofing list is a seated calf raise. This is gonna work on our soleus muscle. It's the short muscle that is basically part of our calf. But a lot of times what you'll find in people with knee pain, the soleus is weak and there's asymmetry side to side. So what I want you to do here, set up in a seated calf raise. Go ahead, pull the plates out, and I want you to do one leg at a time. So you wanna get a nice stretch in the bottom, come all the way up through the big toe at the top, nice and controlled throughout. You don't want to use a bunch of momentum. You're not going to get what you want. So good stretch, come up through the big toe, nice and controlled throughout. If you don't have access to this, feel free. You can do this with dumbbells and a bench as well. Our next knee bulletproofing activity is a Spanish squat. This is a great activity because number one, it's isometric. Even people that have knee pain are generally pretty good at dealing with any stress or strain that they might feel from this, but perhaps more importantly, it allows us to find our heels, sit down into that squat, and then with the band pulling us forward, it really allows us to load quads, but it's not dynamic. So again, most people tolerate it fairly well. So to do this, you're gonna take a band, make basically 2 ends, step into it. There's no way to not look a little bit awkward the first time you do it. You wanna put it behind your knees, and then you wanna walk out to a point where you're nice and balanced through both legs. Once you're here, you're just gonna sit down into that squat. I like to reach forward just a little bit. It helps me keep my center of gravity back, helps me keep my stack. But once you're in this position, you're just gonna camp out anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. But if you're in the right position, a lot of time, you're gonna feel hamstrings, you're gonna feel glutes, you're gonna feel quads. And again, all the activities, all the muscles that you need to help those knees feel great. Okay, our final knee bulletproofing activity is a single leg extension. Now, if you're in a small gym like iFast, you don't have a dedicated machine, I love the monkey foot attachment. It's absolutely awesome. It allows me to really target my quads without spending a couple $1,000s on a machine. So in this case, what I wanna do is I wanna focus not only on the concentric, the coming up, but the eccentric. I wanna lower nice and slow. So in a lot of cases, what you'll find, people that have knee pain, they not only have unilateral or one-sided weakness in the quad, but they also really tend to struggle with the lowering of this activity as well. So not only coming up under control, but really nice and controlled lowering or slow cadence when you're coming down is really gonna help target and overload that quad. All right, my friends, so there you have it, 5 of my favorite activities to help loosen up those knees, but don't just watch the video and forget about it. Get in the gym and try some of this stuff right now today, because I guarantee it's gonna make a difference. And if you're struggling with injuries in other areas of your body, make sure before you leave, watch my entire injury reduction playlist. There's all kinds of great information in there that's gonna help you bulletproof your body and feel great.